Hmm. I did forget to open that. Okay, no, that's on me. I forgot to open something. I was like, that's weird. Where's my head? Oh no. No. No, that one's on me. No, that one's on me. I said, man, I was gonna open up being like, dude, we gotta lock in today. Dude, no joke fucking around. No shit piddling around. No fart munching around. Today's serious. I got serious work. I gotta focus up. I gotta lock in. This thing is, I'm so done with this animation. It's done. It's almost done. I want it to be done. It's so damn close to being done. Look at it. Look at this shit. I mean, there's probably more polish that I could do on the first half, but I really don't want to because that's just more work. And I promised myself I was going to do one more pass on the render because what I want is done and done because I want to respect my production process a little bit, which apparently my production process also includes a cat occasionally sitting in my lap to slow me down, and also includes me going on tirades about pieces of media while I am animating. To which, to be fair, I might not try to do as much today. So, but hey, I definitely want to finish this because I want to start on other projects and I want to open this time slot up to hopefully bigger things that I can do in the future. Not limited to and or including more voice acting stuff and stuff with Jackson, as well as other projects with other friends, including maybe Gardic Phone. Because my friends have vocalized an interest in getting back into Gardic Phone. And honestly, I might take them up on that because as much as I did actually enjoy doing Gardic Phone about a year and a half ago, I effectively just got super worn out a little bit by it. I got really worn out, honestly, on it. And it'll be easier to kind of manage if I have someone to like bounce off of a little bit. So, without further ado, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. If I'm really good, today might be the last one for animation. But I'm anticipating we have 2 more sessions on this left. I have 2 more weeks of work to do on this godforsaken animation. Not on this earth, but on this animation. Because I think we are exactly halfway through the last rendering pass, which is the shadow. And once the shadow is done, we're done. I don't think I'm going to touch it again. I'm sure I could polish it more. And believe you me, I want to polish it more. I want to polish my things more. But realistically speaking, for me, I actually have to call polish sometimes, or else I will polish things forever. And that's not really conducive for me either, to just polish forever. I unfortunately do have to call it eventually. I've also just been, I will slightly apologize. Well, not, no, nope. Maybe I won't apologize. Just been busy. Stuff has been happening. Stuff has been happening in the background that has been taking a lot of my time and attention. That's really all you need to know regarding that. Nothing bad, I've just been busy. Nothing bad, I've just been busy. My least favorite pastime. It's only my least favorite pastime because it takes so much goddamn time. Wait, really? Oh, I see. I was like, why is it? That's just not true. Well, it is true. Just things shifted. Yeah. Yeah, things shifted. There we go. It is true. I just didn't trust. I didn't trust. I should have trusted. I should have trusted. There. That. Do that. Got that. Did I? There's a little bit here. I want there. Just a little bit more. I'm hopefully going to be starting some well, not side projects, but some like quick double projects to both give myself practice and continue building a bit of my portfolio. That's something I want to start picking up a practice on soon. The only reason why I haven't right now is just because I've been busy. I have been busy. As I have mentioned, I have been quite schwirped. The last couple weeks have been very, 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 very something. I'm making it through. I'm making it through them, and that's what matters. There we go. Kind of move forward a little bit, so this got to inch. Kind of inch forward a little. Well, I've already done this. I sit upon my shit grave. Follow through. Might as well. I mean, I know there's a more efficient way to do that, but a part of me is like, it's fine this way. Whatever gets it done is more important than the. Oh, I always gotta remember this, guys. Make sure to change your stage to a color that isn't gonna burn your retinas out. Always remember, turn your background to a color that will not burn your retinas out. Let's try a color we haven't used before. Hold on. Yeah, let's do poop green. Poop green has never been bad for anybody's eyes. Baby poop green has never hurt anyone's eyes. That I want to add. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. All right, let me do this real fast. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? It wasn't that many. It wasn't that many. The funny thing about the render here, right, is that part of it I can like pay attention a little bit to certain parts, and other parts of it I can just kind of do whatever I feel like because it's all shadows anyways. shadows famously do whatever they want, let's be honest. There's no logic to them. No artist has ever been able to figure out the logic of a shadow before. If they had, I would have done it. It is something I definitely want to study more. Because I am understanding elements of lighting better every time I approach it. The only reason why I feel like a little bit behind on it is because I never tried. It's more like I got stuck on it. Quite the opposite, if anything. Like, I would get really stuck on my renders and be like, this is too difficult. This is too hard. And I would give up. Which is not intentional. I think it is a part of the process, at least for me, to learning of being like, okay, actually gonna learn how this shit works. I should actually study how it works and not just get frustrated when I don't get it on the first go. And that's not even 100% true. I think I also just... Hey, you. Hey, you. I also think that I oftentimes just... I was doing lighting very simply, and I was not expanding my lighting very much. And I would see like super, super, super detailed renders and be like, if I can do that, that's going to take me 800,000 years. I'm not good enough to be able to do that. That would take me 8 bazillion years to do. And that's... Everyone knows that somebody who takes 8 bazillion years to do something is just objectively bad at it. And this is a bit. And if it takes you 8 bazillion years to do something, never let anyone or anything make you feel like you can't do something because of that. Because the amount of time it takes you to accomplish something is not indicative of your skill of something, so long as you still take the time to do it and follow through on it. Take as much time as you need, and also be willing to take as little time as you need. It goes both ways, because I think I started really improving when I stopped trying to also be an uber perfectionist about certain elements of my art. To a certain extent, kind of just being like, I used an amount of time on something, and that's enough, is something I had to teach myself. You know? Like, it's fine to take some extra time on something. And then it's also fine to not have to take very much time on something either. Know what you want out of a project, essentially. Do you want a project to be like a super in-depth study, or do you want it to just be, I just made a thing as quickly as possible? I think setting the challenge of making something as quickly as possible is just as good and as valid a study as any study. Again, I think there's oftentimes an upper limit. I think some people get caught trying to absolutely bonkers perfect a process, and I'm gonna admit I don't have enough days on this planet. I don't have enough days on the planet for me to waste doing that. And I would rather do something more in between. When I finally can dedicate 100% of my energy to a big project, I will. But for a while, I would rather be focused on doing a bunch of little projects. I think what I want is, if I'm doing a big project, it should be the only big project I'm doing. Hence why I'm like, I really need to finish this so I can get back onto focusing on God of Limbs and doing stuff for that. Because really, for a while, I don't... honestly, for my own independent stuff, no matter what, after this, whether I do group stuff on Fridays or not, I definitely want streams dedicated to doing more artwork for that game, that game, as well as doing maybe some video editing. because there is editing I need to do for that project. those voice recordings are not going to edit themselves, unfortunately. I feel like editing is kind of in a weird spot with me right now. Not because I dislike it. This is not true. This is not... That's not a true statement. I very much still enjoy editing. I think part of my issue with editing right now is that editing takes still a little bit too much time and energy, and I really wished it didn't. I think that's where I'm at with editing a lot of times, because what I really want to do with editing is I do want to be like, okay, let's try to find a way to keep up output as much as possible with editing. And I've gotten close, but inversely have run into a conundrum in which my process did get really good at that for a while, and then I found tools that both increased the quality and improved certain elements of what I was doing in a way that did garner positive results that have now made it take longer for me to do quick clips and stuff. That's just frustrating. That's just frustrating. What do you mean I spent so much time trying to kind of come up with an in-depth process on how to be able to fairly and reasonably quickly generate clips and then just have it go, well, you did, but now you have things that you want to do that just manually take you a lot of time, and they don't really have an alternative to be able to make them go faster. But they increase the quality of your work. It's not even that I can't do it, it just takes a long time. And I don't have very much of that. I mean, ultimately, until I can truly do any of this full time, which I do still kind of want to, I haven't quit yet. It is still something I very much probably would like to do, is be able to dedicate close to 100% of my time to doing this stuff. I just have to I've kind of resolved that whatever I can get done is enough. And maybe that's its own little nugget. Maybe that's its own little nugget when it comes to making anything, is maybe don't worry so much about what you can't get done and be concerned about completing anything at all. Because honestly, you'll just drive yourself crazy trying to keep up with stuff. And rather, especially depending on the situation, it's probably better and way healthier to be considerate to yourself almost to a certain extent and be like, you know what? At least I got this done. And then really what's more important is, are you being consistent about it in a long-term sense, not in a short-term sense? Or maybe the opposite of that. Because ultimately, no matter what I've done, I've been consistent. I feel like I've been way more consistent, which is good. A good plush and a positive. That said, I do want to continue doing animation. I think I will try to pepper in a couple of short animations to make sure I don't drive myself absolutely insane, but I do want to do more animation. Animation was something I really enjoyed doing. And it's something I really enjoyed doing, and Chuck Saudi, to maybe no surprise to me, it's the thing that has been actually the thing that people finally been like, you could do things? I'm like, yeah, I've been able to do things this whole time, guys. Gosh, I'm trying. I've been here the entire time, and I'm not Sam Reich, and I'm sad about it. Sam Reich takes glee in the fact that nobody recognizes he's been there the whole time. I have sorrow because I've been here the entire time. You know what? That might be the VOD title. He's gleeful about being here the entire time, and I'm filled with existential dread and sorrow. Damn you, Sam! Damn you! Why do you take such glee in being omnipresent? Whilst I sink into a wallowing pit of despair. But hey, hello, Slime. I appreciate that people come and join. Slime, I don't know if you're here to hear this earlier, though. There are some changes on the horizon, especially if I can get this animation done, which it's so close. Because maybe, just maybe, I might do garlic again. We'll see. To which this might be a good time to kind of come clean a little bit on why I took such a pretty honestly sudden break from doing Gardic Phone. One, I ended up becoming more busy. This is a fact. I got a new job and I needed to focus a little bit more time on that job. I didn't have as much time to do streaming as frequently as I did when I was, say, unemployed. To which, darn, I feel like I got closer, but gah, it would have been really nice for it to just kick off. But unfortunately, it didn't. I needed a job, so I needed to cut down streaming in a way that now we're back to kind of a more usual streaming cycle, right? That I had before, where I was doing like one stream every couple days, every day. Like that is actually what I'd been doing for the last couple years, anyways. So apologies on that. The other side is I was a little discouraged from Gardic Phone for a while because Gardic Phone was kind of getting a little stinky. And I was getting a little unnerved about it. But the thing that would help, which might be the thing that makes the difference, is being able to play with at least one other or a couple of other co-hosts. Because one of my friends has mentioned that she would be interested in participating in those. She would be interested in participating in Gardic Phone streams. Interesting. I don't know how I got on that. I don't know how I got on that layer. Oh, that's how I got on that layer. Never mind. I see how I got on that layer. So, that would actually probably get me to do Gardic Phone streams again, because in all honesty, I need, you know, one, I need probably stricter rules on it moving forward. We might try off the bat doing a little bit of like all Calvin Ball people can join, but I will admit a collab I did where somebody did Gardic Phone, they had it limited to just people that they knew who had joined on previous streams and it seemed chill. That might be something I might start doing because again, it just there was a point where unfortunately Gardic Phone had some pretty bad actors joining, which really discouraged me from continuing to do it, even though it was actually kind of doing something. It was like actually doing something. So but also there was the equal stress of like, there were days where it wouldn't do anything at all, and I was just like, great, Gardic Phone's dead again. And it's just too stressful. It's just too stressful. So we'll see. I might make a Gardic Phone event once a month or something. But the real goal is to want people to join to be able to, like, hang out for this stuff. So I would say, as always, like, I encourage people to come hang out for anything that we're doing, because I do things all the time and I do them with a variety of friends all the time. I really enjoy doing that stuff with. And again, I really only apologize from the standpoint of like I had to step away from it a little bit because I had to like figure out some stuff because it was stressing me out a little bit, and it it was getting awkward a little bit given how many people were like coming in and griefing, and that's the one thing that I still am just like, ugh. I don't like griefers. I don't get it. At the very least, or rather, if it ever seems like, well, you seem to bully your friends and stuff, it's like, well, see, here's the thing. There's a difference between being a scamp and intentionally doing something to like directly impede or outright remove or I don't know. Griefing is difficult. Grieving is difficult because I'm not here to say like no one can ever grieve me. It's just more like, I don't know, man, I'm old now. That shit just get tiresome. We're just here chilling. We're just here having a good time. Just it's the same with like, stream snipers and stuff. Though granted, stream snipers, I'm just like, I don't know, I don't care. Whatever. In the case of stream snipers in particularly, those kinds of people, I'm just like, do you think it is impressive that you're able to exploit something to give yourself an unfair advantage against somebody who's willing to be way more public than you are? That's where I'm like, griefing, it doesn't really bother me to a certain extent if it wasn't so damaging. If there weren't cases where it can be genuinely damaging to me, right? Like, it's one thing to stream snipe me. It's not okay, and it's annoying, and people don't like it. But it's another to get on and do something that would directly harm my ability to continue doing this. I think that's where I don't think griefing's okay. Because, yeah, I don't know why people think that's okay. I guess. So, not because I think people think it's okay. Why people who do it think that it's like, it's fine. It's not fine. Fucking with somebody's life. Whether you even like agree or like the thing they're doing or not. And granted, I don't want it to make it sound like I haven't built up at least a certain amount of callousness to this kind of behavior. Trust me, I've been on the internet long enough. I've been around the shithole. Like, no, I don't really actually care 90% of the time. But there's a weird spot that I think I've gotten in which, like, if I do start going some way, people like that are going to start creeping up. And I'm going to have to deal with them no matter what. And yeah, I'm just going to have to deal with them no matter what. Fact. It's just a fact. It's a fact I have to deal with. Sorry for this random rant, Slime. All that to say, I might do Gardic Phone because Lauren has mentioned that she would be interested in doing Gardic Phone. And I absolutely would be down to do Gardic Phone with her because I would like to do Gardic Phone again, actually. And really, it was. It really did come down to, well, I don't have time to keep doing Gardic Phone. It's taking a lot of my time. Boy, I remember what I did to keep this from happening, I swear, and then I forgot again. Shit. Ah, piss. I learned it last time too, and I have no idea. I guess it also doesn't help that really I do want to like start working on fostering a bit of a community anyways that, you know, doesn't really support or think that kind of stuff is okay. So I mean, I have to be at least willing to be like, nah, I don't want that. So maybe it's a good thing to be like, yeah, I don't like when people do that. So please don't do it here. We're all a bunch of turd munchers. We have our moments, but we don't actually be mean to each other. That's what I've learned is like, don't actually be mean. I don't care. Don't actually be mean. Don't, you know, like, this is why I've also, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed. But really, I would, I've always, even in the moments of my life where I was probably being the most calloused, uh, I've always tried to like still be actually much more of a show of positive um expression. Like I want to show yeah. I want to show positive things and express positive things. Even if I've had my moments of sorrow. If I've had my moments of despair, that's the word I'm looking for. Despair. But I actually do think overall I've wanted to always be more on the side of, oh, I want to like actually feel good about things and feel good about the people around me and promote that and encourage it. You know, not everything is sunshine and rainbows, especially on the internet, but I at least like to be more on that side than the gloom and doom side. That's for damn sure. Oops. Hey, Canary, why did you say all that shit? I don't know, because this is an audio visual medium, and my process is to talk. My capacity is to talk about bullshit kind of fairly regularly, so that's probably why. There we go. Okay. I think we'll get pretty close. And the nice thing is, again, that once we start getting near the end of this, it'll go faster because the end is going to have fewer frames to have to render than everything else because things will be off screen, which will be nice. That uh you know what, I'll give this to Animate. It at least likes to do a lot of things that do help. It does kind of like try to color in where I want it to, which is very nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. And all that stuff to say, like, I feel like I'm in a very interesting spot right now in that I'm in a very the last few weeks have been particularly intense for their own reasons. I've been in the middle of a lot of stuff to which I do apologize. It's partly what it is influenced how frequently I can stream recently, which I'm working through. No matter what, I'm going to do what's going to allow me to keep doing this, no matter what. No matter what happens in the near future, I am going to make the decisions that allow me to continue doing the thing that I'm doing now because I don't want to quit, so... Be certain that will be true no matter what I do. And no matter what happens. Oh, I'm getting so much better at that. And one thing I want to do, I've got that VGen site. I've got a couple of ideas of things I want to brew to continue adding to it now moving forward, because I've kind of hit I've kind of started bumping up against walls that both I didn't anticipate and did anticipate at the same time once I hit the first wall. Right now, I am not verified on that site. Do so, requires, honestly, a lot of help. I need help, which at some point I will try to reach out to people to see if I can get that help to try to get verified and start getting the ball rolling on that, because right now there is one thing that I think is holding back that really going and like launching, and that is, well, actually it's two things. One is being able to have a slightly more time to like be able to sit down and chunk out some stuff on it that I really want to do. Some of my listings I definitely want to work more on, trust me. I also want to beef up some of the images that I have on there. But one of the things, well, one of the first kind of limitations I hit on VGen, which I am like, well, that stinks, but okay, fine, fair. I've already hit a maximum number of listings. I was like, great, okay, so I gotta figure that out. So I might change one of my listings and meld them into two, and as soon as this is done, I might either have a listing for animation or maybe a listing for VTuber stuff. I don't know. I need to start working on examples for VG. Another thing I need to work on is updating is making some like actual listing graphics. That's something I really want to work on next. To like actually make the listings look good, and I know how to do that. So it's not like I don't know what I'm doing. It's more like oh god, I gotta sit down and do that. And I sure have been doing a lot recently. What I've been doing? Stuff. The things I've been doing recently. None of your business. Things I've been doing are none of your business. Except for one person. They might be lurking right now, and it is their business. And I won't further elaborate on that. Regarding the things that I am doing. Okay, so it happened again. What's causing that? This? It's this. No. Still. I need to select the whole thing. Project. I don't know what causes that. I need to really make it stop happening because it's very annoying. Listen, animate, I get it. It's a tool, and I'm sure it would be useful, but it is not the kind of animation I'm doing right now, so no. The thing is I am not stupid. I understand the benefit of making each asset individually and then just ambulating them around a bunch of bones. That is a way to do animation. It is a way to do animation effectively And it's also a way to do animation in a way that will save me a lot of time, because it's... Make sure it didn't happen. Where are you? Oh. Nope, that's nothing. In fact, I don't know what I just did. I was trying to select all. How do I select all? There we go. There, just in case. That fixes the problem. Still don't know what causes that. Still no idea what causes that. I think what's funny is I think I knew like last week. I think I found it. I was like, oh, that's what's causing that to happen. Fuck, I gotta remember that. And now I have forgotten because it has been enough time, because it has been a couple weeks. This is why no matter what, I finish this project, and no projects will last this long for a while. Except for the Mothership. Like, that's the thing, is like I took 2 of these on. I didn't realize the Mothership was going to be that long either. But then again, this happens every time with Tabletop and me, is I'm like, Tabletop is fine! And I'm like, God, this is taking so much longer than I expected. It's the one thing that I actually really struggle with Tabletop is not pacing from a, like, I think that I poorly pace things, but that things always take longer than I anticipate them to, even when I'm trying to keep the pace up. Because I feel like I've paced the Mothership game like a speeding bullet train packed full of delicious, nutritious, spooky shit. And I think that setting has like been a lot of really good work, and I've really enjoyed working on Mothership. And part of the issue is that it still is just much slower, because I do want something methodical. Like, I want to be methodical. I want to be methodical in a tabletop game. It's the thing that draws me to tabletop personally the most, is being able to be as methodical as possible, and to be able to explore dialogue and ideas and characters as much as possible. That is something that I personally strive for in tabletop, even if I am a player. I really like trying to engage as much as possible and as thoroughly as possible. But that means that a lot of things end up going really, really slowly, unfortunately. There we go. But hey, I'm still working on it. I haven't given up on it. I have not stopped working on it, so... Yeah, exactly. And for me, it's a opportunity to explore ideas and make a story with your friends, that your friends also have power over the, like, discrete writing of it. Like, I do a lot of writing for it in a specific way that maybe someone would be like, you're really railroady, and I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong, I have a tendency to do that. But I think the thing that keeps me from actually being a really railroady DM or GM is that I like being very meticulous in a scenario, but I do still like listen out for yes-anding my players when I can. That can derail things, because in all honesty, as much as I like wanted to avoid certain things, we still split the party, and I still yes-anded on that, and I consented to that, and I still consent to that. It's making it harder, because that's what happens when you split the party. That's a normal thing to happen when you split the party, is things get harder for the DM because they split the fucking party. But I still accepted that, and it's still not something I anticipated my players to actually do. And it gives them a way to impart their agency on the story without having to be like, well, you guys make the story. Because I think they're, especially with what I'm doing, because it needs to stay on pace and it can't get too sidetracked as easily, right? Like, I need to keep forward momentum going. I have to at least be able to guardrails enough to be like, players are going to have consequences and the ability and the agency to make decisions and do things, but I need to keep things going. I still need to keep things moving toward the conclusion, or else we won't get there. Because truly, if the players were to have it however they want, a game could and would last forever in a certain sense, even though that's not physically possible, and the players wouldn't actually want that to happen. But given the way that at least my friends and I want to engage with things like that, we want to like keep going. We want to keep going with stuff like that as much as possible, and we want to like delve in as much as possible and engage with a setting and engage with characters and stuff like that as much as possible. So it's kind of like a challenge on my part, as well as like a way to finally be like, okay, if I'm going to run a session, if I'm going to run a game, I need to make sure that this is the deal, right? Like I cannot personally, I've had too many times where my games kind of like burnt out because we just couldn't consistently keep playing a game. So honestly, I still am like in the mindset of like, I would rather be more concerned that we're getting closer to a conclusion with every session than being like, yeah, we're being as thorough as possible. No, I ain't got time for that. That said, I think this time around I'm being much more. Fuck, it still happened. Wait, no, this got enabled again. Okay, it was that. Okay, so I was right. It was that. Does that keep getting turned on is the question. It said J, so I keep on hitting J by accident somehow. I don't know how I'm hitting the J key. It doesn't feel like I should be hitting the J key, but somehow I'm hitting the J key. Maybe the J key is just trying to fuck with me. And I don't think that's cool, J key. J key, I don't think that's cool at all. Here's something. I think it was about here. And this is something I need to be better about, actually, moving forward. Is like, we gotta pat back here and see, okay, so it's about there? Actually, be more like, uh, yeah, that's fine. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it does have to be vaguely correct. Being vaguely correct is like one of my superpowers. I think, honestly, no. I'm gonna gas myself up on that. If there's anything that I'm good at, I am vaguely correct all the time, and I'm proud of that. I am so if you can be vaguely correct, hell yeah. Everybody be more vaguely correct more often. You don't have to be definitively correct, but if you can be vaguely correct, that's good enough. That's the best kind of correct, exactly. Shout out to everyone out there. Be vaguely correct. We don't have enough time on this planet to have to be absolutely correct all the time. But if you're vaguely correct, that's good enough. Be happy with that. Sometimes it's the best that you get. But yeah, it's such a weird spot, right? It's such a weird spot that I think I found myself in on the internet at this point in time. Is I can feel the like tension a little bit of the precipice. I can feel it from my end. I've been doing this for so long and I've developed a lot of skills and I've proven to myself that I can be successful at the things that I actually apply myself to. It's just finally hitting that last little bump to finally be like, okay, I'm doing the thing. And I'm so close. I think I'm so close to actually hitting that bump in so many ways. And once I do, I think I'll be fine. I think I'll be okay. God damn, am I so freaking fracking hell of a close to being able to do that. It hurts my teeth. Which really, maybe these are the times where I have to be more willing to be like, honestly, I need help. And the way that you can help is you guys can help is just tell people. Like that is probably the best thing that can happen to me right now is like to be continually working towards the support I've needed this whole time. Because no freaking person on the internet got here by themselves. Eventually they had people start helping them. Including their viewership. Including the people who support them. And I feel like there's way worse being done on the internet than anything that I've been doing at this point. I think I've actually now started moving into putting out genuinely, you know, I would like to believe pieces of media that are good. I don't know how else to phrase that. I've been making good things on the internet actually for a while now. Now I just want to finally be like, hey, 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 the rest of the internet. I did shit. Look at the shit I did. I've been busy. So yeah. And I think it's fine to like actually like ask for that a little bit. I think I'm at the point that I'm like, I don't think there's ever a minimum that anyone is ever not allowed to ask for this. I think you're always allowed to ask for this. But I think I'm at the point that I'm actually willing to be like, no. I ask for this because it'd be good. It'd be good for me. It'd be good for the things that I do. It'd be good for my friends. Like, I don't know. And I appreciate that, you know, people do come by, and I think we'll always be like niche. We'll always be niche. It'll be hard for me to ever not be a little bit of a hipster. I'm always gonna be kind of a little bit of a hipster no matter what I do. I want to hit that nice medium of more people start at least recognizing that I exist, but not still have to be the most popular individual on the internet. There has to be a value there that exists of like enough people. I don't know. That's its own kind of like existential crisis dread that I'm still processing a little, but Eh, save that one for later. We save that one for later, honestly. Also, I will keep working through ads because I'm focused up. I'm locked in. Damn it. Oh god. We're just gonna... So I need to start dissipating out this shadow a little bit at a time. Or else it's gonna be in there for the rest of the animation, and I don't necessarily want that. I don't necessarily want that. Okay, so I need to pay attention. Next time I go to a new layer, I need to see if it automatically turns on something is irritating the heck out of me. I'm doing my best to stay patient, but it's kind of pissing me off. All right, we got that, right? Next frame. Okay. Okay. It's not in object mode, whatever that is. Whenever that keeps happening. Okay, so this is behind. Something like that. That. Leave a sliver. Oh, I'm gonna do in the light this side. Stay a little consistent. I'm gonna stay a little consistent. We do that. I want to start fading this out a little bit. Mainly, I just have the shadow for that kind of like dramatic part. Then, does this... That doesn't move. That needs to be about the same. Kind of like that. And it got turned... When did that get turned on? Okay, so... Is it because I... When I hit K? No, I didn't... Something is turning it on. Something is turning it on. I'm not hitting the... As far as I can tell, I'm not hitting the J key. As far as I can tell, I'm not hitting the J key. So I don't know why it's turning on. It should not be turning on. Like, I caught that. I was like... I looked over and I was like, that thing is on again. What's turning it on? I don't think it's me. Maybe it is me. I don't know. I have been known to kind of fuck with myself. But for real, yeah, if you like this, like, let people know about it. Let your friends know about it. If you want to see me do more things, let people know about what I'm doing. Because ultimately, I will want to do this for other people with the intent that I want people to see it. And the more people who see stuff, the more likely I'll be able to do more things. Because again, I have been around the block. for a while now. And I think that there are people out there, there are good people out there who make things. And there are not good people out there who make things. And both exist. And I've been bumping elbows with many of them for a really long time now, honestly. I've been doing this as in being on the internet, I guess, for a really long time. And at the very least, where I want to leave my impact on the world as far as what I have accomplished with this part of my life is to start moving in the direction of I actually want to leave something nice behind. Because I think, especially right now, there's a lot of not great things happening in the world. And no matter what, no matter how much of a shitposter I am and can be, I want there to be good things in the world. And I want to provide some of those good things. So, yeah. And I want to be willing to be more like, okay, people like what I am doing. This is what you can do to help. Because if you are enjoying this, then I would like people to be willing to be like, yeah, what you need. Because I made a lot of good connections, and I've made a lot of good connections with a lot of people through what I've been doing here. So, I've met a lot of cool people. And I would like to continue meeting a lot of cool people. You guys are rad, and I appreciate and love y'all. Y'all a bunch of weirdos. It's okay, I'm one of the weirdos. I'm also one of the weirdos. I've always been one of the weirdos. I'm not gonna stop. And maybe that's it, because I've had people. I've had people come on and be like, "Man, why does it feel like nobody is here?" And I think now the next time somebody says that, if hopefully there's ever a chance that somebody does, I'd say tell somebody. It's really, really difficult to do anything at all, just at all, but very difficult, especially on the internet, to do anything, especially these days, where it seems to be a combined effort of stuff that is like so much stuff is getting put on it all the time, and that people who are more established continue to take more of that attention. So, I don't know. But I am looking at no matter what, continuing to just try to expand and try to do more and try to be more involved. Like I said, no matter what happens, I want to keep doing this stuff. I don't want to stop. And the fact that people really, really, really like my animation, I want to do more of it. No buts. I want to do more of it. If I can find a way to do animation faster, I will. But certainly, I want to do more animations because they're fun to make. I really enjoy making these animations. Ultimately, I mainly want to like start taking on commissions to be able to like have more of a support system, but I'm never gonna stop making stuff. That's the big thing. I want to reassure everybody that like if you can commission me, I will be very, very happy and excited, but I'm just gonna keep making things anyways, so it'll just be good, hopefully, in the future to be able to help have like a consistent way to like make stuff and be able to help it use it to like support the things that I'm doing, but I'm always gonna be making shit. I'm never gonna stop. I don't when I stop, well, we don't have to get into that, but there are very specific, let's say, conditions that would cause me to stop. If I got to that point, then I can't. I am not physically capable of doing things. We'll just put it that way. I guess technically digitally too. I'm hopefully going to head that off here soon. As in, any kind of fear of that happening is hopefully going to be reduced in the near future. Yeah. I don't know. And anybody out there that sees this and I don't know, is being weird. I'm just gonna say you're being weird, because honestly, I don't know why you would feel this way. It's just like, sure. Believe you me, I still understand the haters are gonna be there. And guess what? If there's any reason to do anything, it's for the people who will like what you do and the people who will hate your guts. Because they're not gonna like anything you do anyways, so you might as well do it to piss them off. And at least I'm actually finally in the period of my life in which I don't do anything to deserve being pissed off at about. So that's really just a them problem. Truly, I don't do anything to intentionally irritate or piss anyone off. Never have. I think the only reason why I ever kind of thought I did was because I was like, well, I guess I'm going to piss off people anyway, so I might as well piss people off in the sense of like not try to not piss people off. But now I've kind of wrapped around and been like, well, no, actually, what I should be is be authentically me and be willing to be like, that's going to piss people off, but not because I'm intentionally trying to piss people off. That said, to a certain extent, should intentionally be pissing people off who are going to be pissed off about you no matter what. Just make sure if you're doing that, you're not actually harming anyone. I don't think I am. If I am, I'll try to be better. But no, like, some people are just going to be mad and upset. Be hateful, be hurtful. Best thing you can do for people like that is show them that you're still going to be kind. Because if everything is going to piss them off, you might as well piss them off being a good person. There, I said it. If no matter what you do is going to really get to somebody or make them upset, best thing you could do is make sure that what you're doing is still a good thing. You're not gonna make them happy. To certain people, doing good or doing the right thing doesn't matter. They're gonna be mad at you. So actually, do the right thing, because it's gonna piss them off anyways. At least you're doing the right thing rather than being worried so much about doing the right thing. Because actually doing the right thing is going to piss people off sometimes. I think so anyways. I haven't found a situation in which I pissed somebody off and wasn't at least trying to do the right thing. So fuck it. Sometimes people are just going to be pissed off at you. Don't let those people get to you. And flip side, This is why I'm like, I do want to keep doing animation no matter what. For one of the probably first times, it's come in waves. I'll actually say this: it's come in waves. It's not that I've never had people be receptive to my artwork on the internet. I definitely had a period there where I was really, really struggling, I think. And I did have some of my first criticism happen that really kind of like soured it for me because it just was like, come on, guys, try my best. Um, but I've always felt like a lot of people have actually been very supportive of my art. I've just been also very dissupportive of my art by people, which made a lot of dissonance for me. Which I'm starting to process, or well, not starting to, but I've been processing and coming to certain realizations of, oh yeah, I now have people who like my stuff in a way that it really doesn't matter. Like, weirdly, criticism matters from a technical standpoint, but it doesn't matter from a reception standpoint. To a certain extent, criticism is something that you equally have to just be like, well, sure, I'll try better next time. But if people still like what you do, if there's still people out there who like what you do, sometimes you'd be like, sure, but I still people like it. Still people like the thing I did. So, and really I only say that in consideration to very specific circumstances. Overall, I think I've had really, 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 really good and maybe the best support I've had regarding the things that I do and the artwork that I make. It's only been increasing, and I'm really thankful for that. I genuinely am. It's been very cool to see things actually do stuff because, in a certain sense, I don't know. I had spent such a long time and such a large portion of my internet internetism being in the assumption that nothing I'm ever going to do is going to matter. That I don't necessarily disagree, but it does matter. I feel better about it. I'm glad people actually like the things I'm doing. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm so close. I want this animation done. Trust me, production, I want this animation done too. If production is like, why did this take so long? I'm like, I know, it's taken so long too. I want it to be done. That. That. Do I want... No. Nope. Fill the hole. Fill the line. Okay, good. It's still not on. So the K key is next to the J key, so I'm wondering if sometimes I try to go to fill and then I accidentally hit the J key and it turns on. I don't feel like I hit the J key. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of stopped. Really all that matters. There is something I want to do a little bit more studying on. That would help me a lot with time. Is being able to know how to just draw a static character. So I feel like one of the first things I really struggled with was trying to add a static character to a scene and it not look flat. I think part of it was though is also part of the nature of this animation that I'm doing, which is why it was really difficult to do that. Is static characters work better on a moving transition, if that makes sense. So if you can have a pan, then you can trick people's brain into feeling like there's still motion, even though the actual image is still. Panning is very good for that. And I know it's very good for that. But because of the nature of this particular animation, which is in place entirely, well, not yes, like not the camera doesn't move. It's a still camera. If you think of it as like a camera on a tripod, then I have to do something to emulate motion in parts of it that are completely dependent on the subject. At least right now, that's the answer that I have to this problem that I found. I can't simply just pan the camera. The camera doesn't have the capacity to move because this particular project that I'm working on is on a fixed camera perspective. And the fixed camera perspective is kind of fucking me. There we go. All right. I think that does it for that. Let me see how. Okay, that's good. Yeah, no, I like the way that looked. This is actually behind. Well, this is going to be awkward. This is going to be awkward for me. Yeah. For that. No. Like that. Yeah, just keep it. We're just gonna keep it that way. I could do like this, maybe. Yeah. Do something like that. Thank God to the fill tool. Thank God to the beautiful bastard who invented the fill tool. What's funny is I used to not like the fill tool. I used to think that the fill tool was annoying. I was not a fan of it. Now I understand I was wrong the entire time. It's actually very nice to have a tool that you just make an outline and then just plop all of your flat into it. It's so nice. Requires so much less of my brain, frankly. Frankly, it requires so much less of my brain, which is nice. How close am I? Really, the goal here is can I get... Can I get to the pop? If I can get to the pop, then I'll definitely have one more session left. I think it helps that this time I am much more locked in. I do think last time I was much more animated to... no pun intended. I was much more focused on other things. Which happens. Happens to me. My lord, I don't know the diagnosis, and if you do, I'd like to know. Where are you? Okay, hold on. Where are you? Hold on. Hang on. It keeps happening, and it's making me nervous. And it makes me nervous every time. Okay. Oh, that's why. On the cord. I was like, why do you keep something on? That's why. Wait. Or is that? Oh. Boy, that's not good. Oh, boy, that's not something I want to happen. Try not to destroy everything. Hold on, everybody. Don't mind me, just doing some casual repairs to my screen because I didn't realize. I was wondering why that wasn't so stable. I was like, that feels wrong. That feels incorrect. It's fine. Could have been worse. It could have destroyed the entirety of everything. Frankly, I wouldn't have wanted that. Neither would have you. Probably. I've destroyed enough hardware live on this stream. I don't gotta destroy more. I've destroyed a pair of headphones on here. I don't need to do it again. I got my one. Frankly, I just have to remember to follow the arc the same way every time. To have it hit the same amount of light every single time. That's what matters. The fuck? I do. That was weird. How did I do that? It like autofilled it as soon as I connected that dot, but I want to know how I did that. I don't know how I did that, but I do want to know how I did that because if I knew how I did that, that would save me a lot of time, but I don't know how I did that is the problem. So close. So close to finish with this shit. Okay, I need to make sure. Continue to be consistent. Be consistent. I like that I can't decide. I either will like outline and fill it in that way or I'll fill it in manually. I never do it the same way every time. Probably should, but I don't. Me being consistent. Why would I do that? Not my style. I've tried. To be fair, I do think that I am simultaneously incredibly consistent and inconsistent at the same time. Bit of a problem and a superpower. I am consistently, well, I'm inconsistently consistent. I think most people would say that they are consistently inconsistent. No, I am inconsistently consistent in that I can be consistent, but whether that's consistent, it's problematic for me. I guess it's like not. It's whether I can maintain that consistency that is the problem, not the fact that I can be consistent. Oh, I can be consistent. I can be so goddamn consistent. The hard part is maintaining it. That's the hard part for me. Is maintaining the consistency, not the consistency itself. But I'm a work in progress, just like everybody else. I think I'm doing okay. I've got better. I've been getting better. Right? There we go. There we go. You know what? I'm gonna follow the line because things are moving. Here, we're gonna start from this side actually. Ugh. That. Let's go around like this. And then I have to erase out the part that's in the hair because I don't want it. Fine. There we go. Oof. I don't know why that was such a struggle for me. Yeah. We just delete the part out of the hair. Then we just delete the part out of the hair. Oh, interesting. Everything is shifting in a way. It's a good thing. Always make sure that this is bisecting this way. Maybe do something more like that, maybe? Down and round. Okay. I mean, we still haven't hit. Yeah, we still haven't hit the second hour, and we've got. Oops. 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 Didn't mean to do that. We still got. That's not bad actually. That's not as much as it looks like. Guys, frankly, that's not as much as it looks like. That's not too bad. We're well over half. Hey, we're over halfway there. Whoa, we're over halfway there. I can't sing the rest of that song that way. Mr. Bowie. Mr. Bowie, are you still alive? I actually don't know if David Bowie's still alive. I think that's David Bowie? I'm pretty sure that's. I'm fairly certain that the thing that I quoted was David Bowie. Wait, no, not David Bowie. Shit, it's not Bowie. I don't think it's Bowie. I don't think it's Bowie anymore. The more I thought about it, I was like, wait a second, that I think is wrong. That doesn't seem right. That seems factually incorrect. Boy, it's gonna hurt me. Bon Jovi? What the fuck is wrong with me? I should have known that. Really should have. There's no excuse. Oopie. Oopsie. Seems like I made a bit of an unforced error there. I do apologize. See, Journey would have been closer though. I think Journey would have been closer because David Bowie is such a specific aesthetic, right? And I wouldn't, frankly, I wouldn't want to taint David Bowie to be compared to somebody like Bon Jovi, just because really the only thing there is my dyslexia showing again, in which names vaguely sound close enough together that my brain decided to confuse them. David Bowie, Bon Jovi. Those I was trying to think of a third name, but of course my brain can't do that by request. Why would it? Because God knows the third name that came up, which had no relation to either of them, was David Letterman. Well, I guess David Bowie, David Letterman. I could make the connections out of this. Boy, if I ever made one connections, it would have such a poor pick rate because all the connections, people would be like, why? Just why? Hey, person who does connections, if you need an April Fool's, just have me do the connections. All the connections I come up with are bad. They're just bad and impossible. I actually have those. I do have I know what they're called, the New York Times games, puzzles. I should get on my Sudokus. I was messing with the Sudokus. I like Sudoku. Their Sudokus are no joke though. I got pretty good at Sudokus, and it's been a while. And I tried a hard Sudoku, I believe. No, I think I tried a normal Sudoku, and I was like, either I'm way out of the game, or they made these things fucking harder. Which is, to me, seems like kind of like a maddening thing because truly, how do you make Sudoku harder? Just period. I don't think it's impossible. I don't know. To me, that seems like there's an upper limit to that. Ooh, 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 ooh. This will be fun. Hmm. Teeth are feeling weird. I might have to floss them again. Oh no, not hexadecimal. So Sudoku. What, 1 through 16? God, that would be. That's hex. That's hex. That's hex. I think that's hex. Don't worry about what I'm doing. 0 through 9, then A, B, C, D, E, F. Yeah. Which is effectively saying 1 through 16. Yeah. Okay, so this will be interesting. These and all behind. This is all behind. I need to do some hand studies. I just need to do more studies. On the weekends, I want to try to make my study time. I have a couple options for that. One of the studies I want to do is to get back onto doing my kind of speed sketches, because then I can turn those around and put them on hopefully VGen. start building my I just want to focus on my portfolio again. I've been working on this animation so long that I haven't been able to really do portfolio work in a while, and I've really wanted to focus on that. Like that's genuinely what I want to work on next, is things that I can focus my portfolio. Not that this won't be good for my this will be great for my portfolio, but it's really hard to do portfolio work when you're working on one project. But hey, that is like my goal now, is like over the next year, I want to say, I want to be like regularly contributing to portfolio work through independent study and stuff. Because after a certain point when it comes to making things, people, you just have to be willing to add to your own portfolio out of sheer will. Out of sheer will. You have to be willing to almost add to your portfolio out of the will to have things added to it. That's my opinion, but... Like, it's good to have work that reflects work that you've done. But after a certain point, sometimes, you just have to be willing to be like... I need to fill this with stuff, so I just need to make stuff to put into my portfolio. That's sometimes the best thing you can do, is just be like, I'm just gonna make things to put in my portfolio. And the thing is very recently, I have learned I have so much material. I have so much stuff. I really do. I have honestly like an enormous portfolio that I didn't realize I had. So never sell yourself short. If you've been working on something, if you've been doing things, if you've been making things, keep track of it. Keep track of it. Someday, if you find yourself in the right spot, you might look over all of it and be like, wow, actually I have something to show for this. Sometimes that's all it takes, is to like just be doing things over a long period of time. That's all it is. Be continually adding to something over a long period of time. Be willing to continue to do it. There's not really like a stopping point on that either, I think. I think, personally for me, as long as I can continue just constantly making stuff, whatever it is, I'll be fine. Though I will say, prepare for the near future, I might be getting back into certain subject matter, and there might be a very certain channel on the Discord that I have kind of left unattended to for some time that might end up having some material added to it in the coming future. Also, if you go on the VGen, you go on me VGen, there's something on there. If you want to, I have listings that have additional fees, and for an additional fee, my friends came up with a wonderful joke that originally I asked them in all seriousness. We were hanging out, I don't remember what we were doing, but I was like doing a little bit of side work getting the VGen set up, and I was like, guys, I'll be honest, I have no problem doing this. What do you, I don't have a personal problem with exploring potential here, but would and should I have an additional fee for, and then without letting me finish, Ari went big naturals, and I went, well, yes, not safe for work, and then that's now the option I have on VGen, is it's titled Big Naturals. It's great. I love it. Thank you, Ari. That was a very good bit, and I can't help myself. That is how I'm always going to do stuff like that. And here's the thing. I finally learned a lesson. And this goes to anybody out there doing art of any kind. I think the best way to handle commissions is being upfront what you're comfortable doing for commission work. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to say no to kinds of commissions you don't want to do. And not because it's wrong for somebody to ask for that stuff. You do not need to do or draw anything that you do not feel comfortable doing. I have limits on that. And I have pretty strong limits on it, I'll be honest. I will not be comfortable doing certain things. Because one, if I do want to take my, like, stuff seriously. There's certain subject matter I just can't associate myself with and wouldn't want to. And two, if I'm going to be doing that stuff, it still has to align in things I would actually enjoy drawing. And there are certain things I definitely would not enjoy drawing because I don't enjoy looking at it. I would want to draw the things I'd want to look at. I'll be honest, I want to draw things I want to actually see. So that means certain things I will never do, even if I'm okay with doing some not safe for work. There is subject matter out there that I'm just like, no, no. And I'm way too generalistically horny not to at least be like, yeah, yeah. Though, to be fair, there are some not safe for work artists out there who, as far as I know and understand, are complete sweet beans. And they just draw the fattest tits. And hey, power to them! Power to them! Absolutely! Personally, I would like to engage with it in a way that I would enjoy doing the, the thing, because I have an interest in that. There are people out there who are willing to draw things. They can, because they want to, because they don't want, because they don't care. There are some people who don't care about what they draw. I care about what I draw, unfortunately, to a certain extent. If I didn't care about what I drew, yeah, I'd probably draw a lot more things. But I do actually care about what I draw. And that's me. That's a me thing. If you're out there and you don't give a shit, absolutely draw the things that you want to. Draw whatever the fuck you want. And I think it's fair to be able to do that and be able to like set those boundaries with stuff like that. I think that's a good thing to do. Good thing to do for yourself. It's a good thing to do for anything. So, like, that, yeah. So here's the thing. I think this all needs to be shadowed out. That all needs to be shadowed out, I think, except for maybe that. No, maybe. What this? What this? How to experiment. Well, you gotta experiment more. So I want it to have like the planes, right? I want it to have the planes of the hand. Just a little bit. Hands are weird. Hands are kind of weird like that, right? They're kind of somebody put this out very recently in a way that made sense that I'm like, yeah, that's a fair way to put it. Your hand is kind of like three triangles. It's like three triangles and it's three like distinct triangles. So you have like so for like this hand in particular, you have one here, then you have the thumb here. This is where I'm like, eh. You have like the thumb there, and you have one that's these two fingers here. Kind of like that. And then you have on each hand, coming out of it, two fingers. And you have the thumb. Right? I like that. And that makes sense. Like, thinking about it, well, actually, no. Maybe it is. Maybe it's more like this. Sorry, I'm studying my hand real fast. Maybe it's more like this. That's it. Maybe it's more like that. Or is it the one in the middle? Maybe it is. It goes by. I think it goes either way. So it's either that or it's like this, which it makes sense. So you have like a split there. You have a split here. And then you have one specifically for the thumb. More like that. I'm gonna have to experiment with this. Because the thing is it's like a couple of triangles. It's like a couple of triangles like this. And that's something that I want to focus on when it comes to making my hands. It's like thinking about how they work because they pivot along these axes, right? Like you have if you were to have a line here, it would like pivot along there and then down that way, I think. I'm trying to think about how like hands form and deform a little bit more. It's difficult. It is difficult, I will admit. But it is something like that. I feel like it's something along those lines. It's something I need to study a little bit more. I need to do a little bit more hand study, I think. Because as much as I do actually like drawing hands, I still am not perfect at it. What's funny is, weirdly, I think I learned how to draw hands wrong, which is a weird thing to say. And it's one of the hardest things. I think it's one of the hardest things to unlearn is when you learn how to draw something kind of incorrectly on some level. I think it's one of the most difficult and challenging things to do is like when you really fall into a way of drawing something and then later kind of realize you fundamentally learned how to do it incorrectly. It's difficult. It's really, really hard to figure that out, I think. Oop. There we go. There we go. Oops. We do that. We do that. There we go. We do that. Oh boy. Oh boy, Henry, don't you be puffing at me. Just do like that. We just do something like that. Just do something like that. Perfect. Just like that. Simple, elegant. The judgment only dripping off of her face a little bit. There we go. Then I think I should start from the side. I keep on starting from the bottom, but I think I need to start from the top more. Do not forget to blink your eyes, everybody. It helps. Helps immensely. You'd be surprised. I think I only don't blink so much because I'm like focused. I also spend too much time on screen. There we go. There we go. Oh wow, that weirdly worked in a way that I did not anticipate it to. That weirdly worked in a way that I did not anticipate it to, frankly. Okay. Now I need to start doing this way. Okay, there we go. Just gonna make a couple more of these. Honestly, I'll just go all the way to the end. Before there is a faster way to do this. Frankly, the fastest way to do something is the way that gets it done. If there's a faster way to do it, I will find it over time. But for now, I need to do the way that will get this finished. Always remember that. Always remember that sometimes the fastest way to actually accomplish something is not the way that's actually the fastest. It's the thing that actually accomplishes it, because along the way, you will find the ways that'll make it go faster. At least in my experience. Unless you like go to a technical school that can teach you all the quick ways to do something, but typically technical schools only help so much with that. Like I said, there's probably a way to very quickly, oops. Oops. There's probably a way to do this much faster, but like I said, it's just about getting it to the end. I need to get up early tomorrow, but if I get close, I might push. We'll see how far I push myself, but this is not looking impossible to do tonight. It'll be hard, but it's not. This isn't feeling like it's impossible to accomplish this by tonight. Because, like I said, once I get into the final push of it, the very end is going to go really fast. Because after a certain point, I'm doing frames that have such little detail in them that it's like just one thing. That's it. I made a lot of progress today, so I'm like, oh man, it's so close. Oh man, it's so close. Oops. It's probably fine. up, so I might do that just to have it. Okay. So this is where this hand is going to be an absolute fuck nightmare, but it's fine. We will work with this. This is behind. 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 This is behind. This is behind. All right. This is behind. Try that. Boop. 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 It also seems to help that I was, in fact, on time today, so that probably helped a lot in actually being able to accomplish a lot of what I've accomplished. Hey, hey. Ain't that just the way, baby? Sometimes that's just how it goes. Okay. I think, honestly, this, because so much of it is... side. That's more in front, so this has to be like this. Yeah, that helped a lot, actually. Believe it or not, but that helped so goddamn much. That's behind the thumb, so it has to be that way. And there's a sliver. Never mind, we might not get this done tonight. If I'm having to do a lot of hand stuff like this, this will slow me down a shit ton. But it'll look good. It'll look good. That's what matters. Yeah, that makes sense. Honestly, do I want... fill this all in. How does that look? Does that look right? No. If we do something like that. Something like that. Boy, shading this hand is going to be a bit of a nightmare, I feel like, after a while. But hey, this is part of the process. This is part of the fun. Well, Slime, have a good night. I still appreciate it, and hey, no pressure, but this is something I appreciate you joining, and if you want to tell people about the thing, every little bit helps, honestly. If you want to. If you don't want to, you don't got to. No, I appreciate it if you do. And if you don't, that's fine too. I appreciate that you're here no matter what. I want to be able to say things like that because I mean it. I want to be able to seek the support that I've needed and appreciate the support that I have. So get yourself some rest, you beautiful son of a gun. Come say hi more. Join for the other ones. I do more. I do more. I do more. There we go. Beep. Yeah, I must accidentally hit the J key sometimes when I'm going to hit the paint bucket, and that causes me to turn on the thing. Okay, so it was me all along, because I do think I would miss... I think I've missed the K key... K key... K key! Why is that so hard? K key! Keki! The K key... The K key... God, that's gonna hurt me so much. I keep on hitting the J key instead of the K key, which is what I use for paint bucket, because that's what it's here, so I keep on hitting the J key on accident. I'm trying to think. A... I don't remember what J is. Jericho? No, that doesn't seem right. Maybe it's Jericho, actually? I don't... Jericho seems wrong. Alright? I don't know. I'm actually kind of second-guessing myself there. I feel like I should know it. No, off the top of my head. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how far I get. Honestly, I will probably play out this full mix, and then we'll see where I'm at, which is one more hour. I'll do one more hour because I do have to get up early tomorrow because I have something to do in the morning. Tomorrow's going to be interesting. I kind of got a plan for what I'm going to do. Go. All right. So we're going to take the lesson that I learned from that. That. Okay, so these are all up. So this is a flat plane now. So just gonna do like this. That. Just like a little bit of a back. Should do something like this though. Something like that. Like that. Ooh, maybe a divot out here. to definitely go like that. And just make do something like this, maybe? Oh boy. I think I have to go let the dog out. Hear him. Damn it, Henry. Doing work. Maybe like that? Kind of thinking about it. No, that's fairly correct, actually. Maybe a little bit more exaggeration here, like along this line, but otherwise, that's pretty correct, actually. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm looking at certain things. Very least, I need some consistency here. Okay, Jesus, sir. Sir, hold your horses. I will be right back, everybody. I think he's just scared of the fireworks because people, it's not even the 4th of July yet, people. I swear to heck. Here, actually, for. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I did that right. Yeah, I did that about right. Like, I could do a little bit of shadow here. Back a little bit. A little bit. Don't need much. Just like that. Just to give it a little bit of depth. Rendering is cool. Rendering is fun. Rendering does not make me lose my mind. It is the thing that I do want to get better at, because I do think I do good rendering. I actually think I do fantastic rendering when I can lock in. Part of my problem is I got impatient with myself a lot of times when it came to rendering, that I was not willing to be patient enough with myself to do rendering. Because I have some really good renders out there. I really, really do. And frankly, I only very recently got reintroduced into doing really in-depth rendering again. I kind of feel bad about it. I really fell off the ball with it. Though, to be fair, I didn't quite know what to do with my ability to render for a long time. I kind of had to relearn how to do that. Henry, make up your mind. Do you need to go outside then? Here, hold on. Let me try again. Going outside. Well, then you're going outside. Come on. I let him outside, and he moved 2 steps, and I heard fireworks going off, and I saw him. So obviously he's like, no, just because there are fireworks going off. Which I don't know how to help him. Ah. I'm sorry, Henry. I don't know how to help you. I'm sorry people are setting off explosives. The day before, though, frankly, nothing. I have plans I have an idea for what to do for uh the old 7-4, you know what I mean? I know what to do for the old 7-4 day. I have plans, I have ideas. Frankly, it kind of snuck up on me. I was like, yeah, I guess that is Saturday, isn't it? What do you want me to do about it, Henry? The animals are being obnoxious. Yeah, I think he's just like, he doesn't like the explosions, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He's break down the gate. Break down my gate, please. Please don't break down the baby gate. That would make me sad. Spent a lot of time getting that thing set up. What the hell? I have never seen him be like this, by the way. He's actually being kind of weird. Mm, yeah. Technically, that's the plan I want to go. Yeah, 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 like that. There we go. Maybe like, maybe like this. There we go. There we go. Oh, god damn it. That's all I was wanting to do. That's all I was wanting to do. More like that. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, I think first off, more on this side. Then we're gonna redesign this. I do want this to be more like that. So I can't have the drop shadow on both sides. I have to choose a side, because the side that it chooses will profile it in a way that'll actually allow the light to inform you which direction the fingers are supposed to be facing outwards. Boy, he's really upset. Sorry, Henry. There's nothing I can do about the explosives that people are setting off. I tried to let him out to see if he had to go out, but I don't think he had to. He had to go out. He just doesn't like the fireworks getting set off. The boy does not like the explosions. Frankly, I only kind of like the explosions. I do like blowing shit up. I won't lie. I do enjoy blowing shit up. It's part of the fun for me. Oops. There we go. Well, I might not get it done tonight, but I definitely will get far enough that I think I will be able to finish it next time. That's for damn sure. Then if I get done early enough, maybe I'll just fuck around and start to speed draw some bullshit. We will just draw some bullshit. I would like to get into the habit of just kind of drawing some bullshit every now and then. I do like drawing bullshit. Leon. Both of the animals are so mad so right now. Leon screaming. Henry's kind of screaming. Leon screaming. Henry's crying. The end of the world is happening, even though 4th of July is tomorrow. You guys can't even wait 24 hours. I think Henry finally calmed down. That's good. I do think it was just people setting off fireworks. I heard fireworks vaguely going off, so I think he was just upset that there were fireworks and was like, why are there loud noises? And I was like, well, it's because we like to blow shit up. Jesus, right? He really wants to get in here. I've never seen him this incessant in getting in here. I'm showing him off. Oh. Oh my god. Holy mackerel. He's incessant tonight. I've never seen him be this way. There we go. That. Eh. Certainly this much rendering over and over again is going to get me finally get some experience with certain kind of shadow considerations. Brute forcing is something that I seem to be very good at putting myself through, that's for damn sure. There we go. Oh, I heard another one. To be fair, I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, man, I can barely hear those going off. I wonder why he's so bothered by them. I'm like, oh yeah, dogs can hear way better than people. He probably hears them and is like, loud noise, why? Loud noise, why? Oh, sir. Now I have a boy. Now I have a brat in my lap. Well, I thought about maybe getting the impossible done tonight, and I don't think that's going to happen now, and that's perfectly fine and okay to happen because I have too many things. Because things are happening around me that are not in my control, and that's perfectly okay. I have a sneaky boy in my lap. I think is also alarmed by the loud noises that are randomly in periodically happening. Yes, sir. Not chew on that. Do not chew on that. Well, Stinker's in my lap now. The Stinker is in my lap now. There we go. I definitely locked in today, though. I feel like I got a lot of really, really good progress done, no matter what. No matter what, I got a lot of good progress done, and that's really what matters. There we go. I have a monster trying to break into my room, and I'm trying to calculate what to do about it. It is a problem, and it can't have him doing that. But also, I'm trying to animate. He's like, so I have a baby gate, essentially. It's a dog gate, but it's a baby gate. But it's also a baby gate to keep Henry from coming into the room because as much as I would like Henry in the office with me, there's a cat box in here, and well, I can't have him getting into the cat box unattended. So I have a gate blocking his ability to get in. And today, I guess that there is enough noise that those fireworks are doing that are freaking him out enough that he's like actually trying to fuck with the gate, which is it's been kind of physically screwed into place. Like it's not like a gate that is like an open close gate. No, it's just literally a barricade that I've set up that normally he cannot get past. And I hear him doing alarming things to the gate that make me go, I know you're actually a pretty strong boy, Henry. Do not be breaking down the baby gate. I on one hand appreciate your insistence to have me around because you are a fear, but please do not start destroying things to get to me. That would be bad. I think he's calmed down finally. So try to let him out. Nope, never mind. There he is. Nope, never mind. There he is. He's still there. I tried to let him out to see if he needed to go to the bathroom, but he didn't. Everyone is so upsetty because of all the random explosions happening. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. I just need to keep in mind where the shadows are not changing their location anywhere. They just have to stay about in the same spots. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Yep, like that. You doing? And what are you doing, weirdo? Okay. Okay, so that goes there, and this goes up to here. But honestly, all right. I think I have an answer for the issue, but now I have a boy in my lap. Hate to do this. Okay, yeah. First off, sorry, bud. I gotta get up. Chair. Fine. Go. like trying to get through my gate, and that's not okay. I can't. It's not. That's not good. I'm sorry, Henry. I can't help, but you can't be breaking into my room because you're scared. That's not helpful for me. Put a triangle there. Triangle there. There we go. Perfect. Hmm. More like maybe more like that. Just do what works. These are already gonna take me a while, so Sometimes you just gotta be willing to do what'll work. Get it done. Do what works. Now he's freaking out. Now he's freaking out. Leon. The sounds of light explosives just set off the animals. Thanks, 4th of July. Now I get it. Now I get it. I saw somebody make this comment earlier that I'm like, fireworks should be illegal because they upset their cats. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And now I'm like, God. I swear we've been through other 4th of Julys and I don't remember the animals being this upset, but I vaguely remember maybe Henry being a little upset in a way that I was like, okay, Henry, I didn't expect you to be that upset. Now my cat's upset. I'm just like, God damn, now I'm upset. Now I kind of hate fireworks. That's coming from me. I like blowing shit up. I famously enjoy being able to blow shit up on 4th of July. I haven't done it in a long time, but I do enjoy doing it a lot. I am a bit of a fire goblin. Here we go. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, down. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, go. Wait, no, that's that. God, now, okay, fine. They got me. He got me. You know, I hadn't heard about that guy until fairly recently. I didn't even realize until now he's suddenly sticking on the inside of my brain like a tumor. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. I don't think I'm going to get through the countdown today. I think I'll get close, but I don't think I'm not going to get through the countdown today. I will get through close, but I won't quite get through all this countdown today, I think. But hey, like looking at how much is left to do, we're going to get close. We're going to get close. I got through the catch. Which is pretty fucking big, actually. I would say that's pretty big. It's huge. It's huge. There we go. One more here. More like that? Yeah. That gives it a little bit more flatness. That gives it a little bit more flatness like that. Hello, sir. The boy is back. Back, I need to drink some water. I need to drink some water. Oh my god. Honestly, this part of the hand has not been too bad. I think the only hard part was that one weird in between. Once I got past that, it was fine, honestly. Okay, fair. There you go, sir. You do that. There we go. There we go. Sometimes animation just comes down to learning the repetition of drawing the same thing so frequently. As it turns out, when you have to animate something, it puts you in the position in which you have to draw the same thing over and over again. So if you ever get the feeling that you can't animate because you have to draw the same thing over and over again, I have good news. The good thing about animation is if you do it, you will, whether you're good or bad at it, will have to draw the same thing over and over again. And eventually, with enough brute force, animation will teach you how to draw something, because you will be drawing the same thing over and over again. Though I think it also depends on the kind of animation you're going for. Because if you're going for like tween animation, or you're not really focused on like the actual like drawing element of animation, like I am, then you probably don't care that much about it. I feel like there's a lot of senior animators that got to start animating because they liked shape move, not because they they focused on their drawing. Weirdly, there's something to be said that animation can kind of like hide illustration imperfections depending on what you're doing. I think for me, because of the disciplines that I have, which is both going to be good and probably bad in the long run, is that I come from an illustration standpoint, not from an animation standpoint. And whilst I have the mind to be able to animate, it means that I'm coming from a standpoint that's very, like, draw focused. Whereas, weirdly, for animation, I think the less you care, the more you just focus on on being able to make something move. That's what matters more. Whereas I'm like, but it's gotta move with the right shape, or else it's gonna look wrong. Like, probably don't need to care that much. Just have to get a shadow in the same spot. That's all you have to do. Not overthink it so much. But I can't help it. Want to. Okay, so that doesn't work. Hey. That's my skin. No claws. Grippies is cute and all, but you can't actually get me in the body. I have a little monster in my lap, and he is, I guess, also terrified. Loud noises happen. Tell him because I can't do anything about it. Creatures in the house want me to stop the explosions, and I'm sitting here like I'm just trying to animate. Pause. Yeah, you slow blink at me. Scaredy cat. You're only in my lap because you're afraid of the explosions too, baby. You big baby. Sorry, I had to think for a second. Eh. Watch what you're doing with those hook. Watch what you're doing with those hook socks, sir. You're around some delicate areas. That's not a place I would like claws to be. Eh. Stop it. Stop. Stop grazing there. It doesn't feel great. Hmm. Stop it. I'll kick you out of my lap, you little jerk. Hey, stop. Let go. Uh, Keep on grazing certain areas with your claws. Not good. I'm trying to focus. I'm on a show right now. Sorry, he's doing it because he knows. Eh. Eh. There we go. Hey, sir. Did I? But I don't know. Maybe? Okay, that's better. Eh, 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 eh. You know what I should honestly do? I should just link the playlist that I play for this so that way people can see the song I start with so they can also play the music when it. Stop it. Sir, I'm gonna kick you out of my lap. Why are the animals doing this tonight? Stop clawing my tits. Stop it. It hurts. He keeps trying. I don't know why he keeps trying, but he keeps trying. I missed that. Oh well. I will follow up with them in the morrow. Stop. The boy is burrowing into my shirt. What are you doing? Tickles. Doing? We're being such a goofball. He is showing his. So I'm wearing. I wear a usually buttoned up shirt, but some of my shirts are missing a button. And he's shoving his face. This shirt in particular is missing a hole, and he's shoving his face in the hole caused by where the button would be. I don't know why. Why are you such a weirdo? What did I do to you? Oh. Good. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, what happened? Great. Now what? That's weird. Oh, I probably missed it up there. Probably up here. Yep, that's where it was. Had a feeling. Had a feeling. All right. Honestly, I'm doing pretty well. The boy is not in my lap anymore. This is for the best. This is for the best. He was becoming distracting and problematic, frankly. I really like this song. One of my favorite songs from this game. I don't know if we actually heard it in game though, and I don't know if it's just like a cover of this song or if it's an official version of this song, but boy, it's so good. What are you doing? He's just in my desk. I mean, I have a drawer open specifically for him to get into, but he is just in my desk, pawing around. Probably fine. Is probably fine. Yep. Just follow through. That's where the shadows go. The shadows go there. I'll do probably. I'll try to do 2 more frames, like this one and the next one. Go fast. On one hand, I didn't quite get as far as I thought I could, but on the other, I got a lot farther than I expected to. Which means I probably did the amount of work that I actually expected to do, let's be honest. Okay, I need to do that, and then we need to select this layer. Amp. Dock it again. There we go. Just like that. I'm so sorry, Henry. I do feel bad. Like, I didn't know what else to do. It's just like he's trying to break into my office. I can't have that happen, but also I can tell that he's very freaked out by the fireworks. I feel pretty bad. But I don't really have anything else I can do. All I could really do was coerce him back into my roommate's room and then close his door. I didn't know what else to do. Because again, I couldn't have him breaking the gate down to get in here just because he's scared. That would equally be not good. There we go. I think I can do. Well, I can do one more. I could do one more. Especially because a lot of this is staying about the same. A lot of this is staying about the same, so I just gotta fill that. This is a good test too, because if I can get this done, I can do a frame a minute. I can't quite do a frame a minute. That's a shame. To be fair, this is a much more involved frame, so as much as I want to be able to do a frame a minute, might be close. Not if it does shit like that, though. Oh, fuck. I'm definitely not going to get a frame a minute if I forget stuff like that. Okay. It's going to be close, actually. Essentially, I'm racing this song. I don't think I can quite beat the song, but it'll get close. Almost. But hey. I think I didn't stop. We didn't stop to stare at it moving. I'm getting better at that. I feel like I was way worse about that earlier on. That's something that I have a pretty bad habit of in general, is like instead of doing the work for the thing, I just keep on staring at it and being like, look at how much progress I've made. And I'm like, that's still not finishing it. It's not actually finishing the work. Okay. All right. Time to see how we do. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta work with what it does. Okay, yeah, if it's maybe it is two more. I don't know. That last bit. I feel like that last bit's gonna go so quick though. Like I feel like we're past most of the hard part. I say as I'm like, yeah, no, like it's not that much more. It's not that much more. If I really buckled up, I think one more if I can really get a good process. Two more if I have to take it. But I think it's one more solidly. Like one more solid session, and I think I can get this done. Maybe. It also depends. It might even be three or four because it's like if I could do how many frames did I render today? Uh render that many. God, this is why the render sucks. I do like EB. Ugh. Thought I rendered more frames than that, but I guess I only rendered like 50. It like started around here. Yeah, I rendered around 50 frames. Technically 25 frames, but still. It's not terrible. It's not terrible, I guess. Forward momentum. Ultimately, it's just forward momentum. It'll get done when it gets done. With it all split up like this, though, I won't have to stop again and have to do that kind of like cutting ahead, which will be nice. I feel like this part is taking a decent amount of time, especially with that hand render. But once I'm through with that, it'll be done. Once I'm through with that, it'll be done. Either way, I'd have to call it, well, eh. Yeah, I should call it. Just because I got stuff I gotta do tomorrow, and also need to be mindful of not breaking myself any more than I already do. So, we're actually gonna call it there. I think I will call it there, because I'm like, I don't want to actually hurt myself. Don't. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Usually. Not in my experience, anyways. Wait. But, I'm gonna do one more thing on the end of our stream. I'm gonna do one more thing before we go. I'm gonna fix my computer. There we go. Everything back where it goes. And before the end of every stream, I gotta draw one more picture. Running. Before the end of every stream, we're gonna do one more thing. I'm going to draw one more picture. I'm gonna open up Paint. And then I'm going to open up a timer. And I'm gonna take 60 seconds to draw a picture really fast. You guys are gonna help me with that. The way you can help is we're gonna make a prompt together. So you just gotta type in chat like a word, subject, or a noun. And then I'm going to open up Paint and put on that minute timer, draw it real fast, and then share it before we raid out. So, do this real fast. Then I need Paint. Now I need to go here. And I'm going to say Leon gripping into my shirt in the wrong way. Love him death, but the boy was just reaching places he really shouldn't. And I was like, sir, not there, please. Hold on, hang on, hold on, hang on, hold on. That's what I want. Just gonna Dumb flat face. He was doing it in such a way that he wasn't like trying to be mean, but he does like to stick his nails in places that they really shouldn't go. One, two. Well, just gonna do this real fast, but this is about right. We're just gonna make the bun there. Yeah. Okay, I cheated a little bit, but that's just because I was like, well, I want to add at least those details. That's good. All right. So, if you want to see that picture, stick around to the very end. We also do a bit of a closing bit. We do rate. This is what we shift tab. Stick around to the very end. We also do a bit of a closing bit. We do rate at the end of every stream, so that way the vampires in our chat can keep watching. Just everybody else out there. Make sure to go lock your doors and windows. It's almost lunchtime for vampires. What? Oh, yummy. We post when we go live on any one of the platforms below, as well as anything else that we're up to, and just generally, you can come hang out with the rest of the community on the Discord here. It's a good time in there. You should go say hi to everybody. We see everything that we're posting, and it's probably just the best way to keep up with everything we're doing, honestly. So definitely get on the Discord. It's a good time in there. Speaking of which, a shout out to our community on there and everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience, and we appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure also hashtag with MCCanary, or link it back to the stream, so people can find more of the good stuff we do here. And if you want to see the stream grow, you gotta let people know. I appreciate that people have been talking about the stream, and I encourage you guys to do it more. It does help us out, and it's just super rad that you guys have been willing to do that. Honestly, it's means a lot to me that we do things that you guys want to talk about. So if you honestly had a good time with this and you felt like you learned or walked away or I said something that you want to talk about, tell somebody about it. Go tell your friends about it. Tell your family about it if you're so inclined. I won't. And as always, a huge thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon, Ko-fi, and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream, as well as take on more projects, and the stream would not be made possible without viewers like you, so we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as some other benefits you can get, you can always subscribe directly on Twitch, or check out the Patreon and Ko-fi here, and the VGen. Those things will show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. And thank you to your mods doing a wonderful job holding back the robot army and Brendan becoming famous. Thank you for coming and hanging out, everybody. I hope you had a good time. I hope you enjoyed the chill vibes and the sounds of animals in the background. You enjoyed me animating and suffering a little. Suffering's a part of it, though. The suffering's a part of it, though. That's normal. So yeah. Just thanks for joining, everybody. We'll get you through housekeeping and get you on your way. Check out the rest of our friends in Goblin Entertainment here. That link tree has links to everyone's channels and everything that they've done and they've been up to. And you can find more of my stuff as well here, which has my own VOD channel, or which has everything that I post to, as well as my VOD channel and everything else. Just links to everything, but mainly just the VOD channel. So if you joined late on this and want to see things like what happened earlier on in this stream, as well as want to see the update to this, I've been posting the work in progress of this animation there as well. No, you can't see it anymore. I've taken it off the screen. So if you want to see the work in progress on this and see how far I've gotten, that should be posted sometime tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be busy as frick tomorrow. I'm gonna be busy as frick tomorrow, but I'll be fine. But either way, like, it's probably the best way to keep up with what we've been doing the last couple of years. Everything is going to be available on the VOD channel eventually one day, but so far you can see everything we've done for the last couple of years. As for what we've done in the past, for the future, tomorrow, I'm going to be probably doing something special for the 4th of July. I'll be doing something probably for the 4th of July. And then on Monday, we'll be back around Monday. Might be switching it up. We'll see. I want to see if we can do Mothership actually on Monday. We might switch Mothership to Monday and then do more Resident Evil 4 on Wednesday. Then Thursday should be doing some more multiplayer games with James and Aqua, and we'll be back around. So if any of that interests you, again, definitely scroll down below and follow. Click any of the links, click on any of the places, go to all the things, do the things. We appreciate it. Definitely get on the Discord. It's probably the best way to keep up with anything that we're doing. Really, honestly, get in there. It's a good time in the Discord. And keep being awesome, guys. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. I've been working my butt off, and that's fine. He's in the box. The boy is in his box now. I heard him. I was like, what the hell? So, on that note, thank you for joining, everybody. Something good in the world. I learned recently that there is... I wrote it down. This is why I write things down. This is why I write things down. This is why I write things down. Hold on. Hang on. No, hang on. Wrote it down. I got distracted. I looked at my phone. I was like, what the frick? Looked at my phone for 2 seconds. I was like, national. Where are my notes? I have a thing for this. Ugh. Here we go. I learned recently there's something called the Gambler 500, which is a racing event where people take essentially junkers, completely non-functional cars. They fix them, quote unquote, fix them into a functioning version and look like essentially Mad Max dune buggies. And then they do, I guess, an off-road style race where they drive around racing each other and picking up trash. That's just a thing that exists in the world. And it's kind of awesome. So, thought I'd just share that. Thought I'd just share that with the world. It's just kind of a cool thing. It's called the Gambler 500. I don't know where it takes place. I think it's maybe Oklahoma. I don't remember where they said. That's one thing I didn't write down was where it happens. But it's called the Gambler 500. It sounds dope. And good job to people out there cleaning up trash like that. That's cool. That's cool, honestly. So on that note, we'll go say hi to Eden. She's playing Monster Hunter Rise. Man, I haven't played a Monster Hunter game in a while. There are too many. Someday I'll get back into a Monster Hunter game. I know there's another Monster Hunter update coming out. We'll see. I have to save up money, but either way, stick around for that. She's a good gal. We'll go say hi to Eden. We like Eden here. She's cool. She's chill. So stick around for that. Otherwise, have a good evening, everybody. Take it easy. And remember, tomorrow's the 4th of July. Be responsible. Don't set off fireworks in a way that will upset everybody. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Sir, you doing okay over there? He's trapped himself inside of the hot box. Frankly, I don't know how he did that. Good. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for joining. We appreciate you. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be doing my thing. Made it this far. I made it this far. Yeah. And hey, I'm glad everybody liked